Hi there, I'm Lisa. Welcome to my scrapbooking studio today. I have a slightly different scrapbooking video today. I've actually already made this layout. I'd videoed it, the making of it, but for some reason we lost the video, couldn't upload it. So I was really pleased with the layout though, so I thought I'd give a chat about it anyway. So this is the layout I've made. Tigger Love. It's a Disney layout about my son liking his selfies with the Disney characters. I really enjoyed making this. It was a lot of fun. So I thought I'd just have a chat today and show you some different techniques. I've actually been asked to explain more about the products I use, so I thought this would also be a great way of doing some of that at the same time. So let's start with the very base. I do like to create a border quite a lot around my work. I like to use white cardstock an awful lot. And create my own backgrounds, but sometimes I kind of think the work can get slightly lost when it's on white, so by picking out one of the main colours from the page and creating that border, I just think it really helps the colours stand out. So that's what I've done here. When I do this, I take my trimmer and I literally just trim off two ends, about 2 centimeters off two sides, and that then gives me my border. So then I stick the white in the middle. I do tend to stick it down and then start doing all the decorating and the embellishments. I find it easier that way than creating it first and then sticking it down. So that's what I've done. I've used these papers and stickers. That's these ones here. I'm just trying to see. They are Bella BLVD. And I'm just trying to see what the collection is. Oh, Family Frenzy, there it is right in front of me. I think it's a collection from last year. I was sent some papers and stickers and bits and pieces from papermaze.co.uk. I will link up below. And the papers have been sitting on my desk for quite some time now, so I'm really sorry. I meant to create with this quite some time ago, so I finally got round to it. I really do enjoy Bella BLVD. It's very me, it's colourful and it's fun, and it's the kind of paper and stickers and everything else that I really enjoy working with. I've used the 12 by 12 sticker sheet here, and this was part of one of the 12 by 12 papers as well. The papers are all double-sided, and I really enjoy these because you literally just cut the strips out and use them. So I feel that you really do get a lot for your money. For me, I just can use them on quite a few projects. So that's how I created my background here. I did layer up a little bit of paint first. I used Kaiser colour again, and I use a like credit card, gift card type thing. This is an old IKEA card, and I just literally put the tiniest amount of paint and spread it across. So that's how I create that. There's not a lot of paint on there, which means it dries really quickly. And also at the end of the day, this isn't like painting paper, it's not watercolor paper, so if you do add too much, it does warp and you get the bumpy paper, which isn't great. Some people really hate that, their pages turn up. So a little bit of paint, you can always add a little bit more, but once you've got loads on, it is difficult to really dry off and not sort of warp the paper, or it looks a bit rubbed, that kind of thing. So Kaiser colour, my washing machine is going off. Oh, actually I think my husband's just turned it off, so I don't have to dash, thank you. And that's the background created. I also used a new mask, which I was really pleased with. It's one of these, that's Special Touch Of, and I really enjoyed using this. It's a nice mask. It's a really good quality mask. Some masks I find are quite flimsy, and I found when I'm using them, they kind of move away, so you don't get the full effect, but this is really strong. I've only used it with pastels. I haven't used it with paints or pastes or anything like that, but I know it will work well. The pastels I've used are pan pastels. I really like these. I've got a nice little collection of these. I just thought I'd show you some of them, and I apply them with a sponge, as you can see. Really lovely vibrant colours, and they're not too powdery. You just brush the sponge over, and these are really fun to use. So I've placed my stencil in place and just rubbed on the pastel. The great thing with using pastels, they do get messy, but they do rub away. I had quite a few, I guess, where you're moving the mask around, you end up with some extra bit of pastel dust. It does go on the page, but you simply just take a normal eraser, rub it off, and it's gone. So that is the beauty of using pastels. So I quite like that. The other thing I have used are the stickers. I've used them on my title, and I've also used them as embellishments throughout the page. One thing I like about using stickers, they're really good for layering. So for example, here I've got one that was here that's just stuck down flat, but you can also use them with 3D foam tape. I quite like using this tape. I then cut it to whatever size I want. So for example, the stars, as you can see, there's just a little bit of height added to them. I've just put a little bit of sticky on the back, and they just, and the heart as well, they just stand out then from the page, just gives them a little bit of a lift. So I really like doing that. I like that variation of stuck down and the heightened sticker as well. I was given 3 acetate overlays, which I've used on my photographs. I've purposely cropped the photos and cut them to size so that they would fit the acetates. I had the acetate overlays in mind when I was doing that. So for example, here where you've got the wording, I knew that that would fit on there. So again, that's the beauty of printing your own photographs. So I really like doing that. And by adding a nice white border, when you print and cut them, they just really pop out from the page. I've stuck these 2 flat down with double-sided tape, and this one has some more of the 3D foam tape, so it just lifts from the page again like the stickers do. So that's worked really well. Another thing I've used some wooden embellishments that were sent to me by Paper Maze. They are arrows and also the clouds. The clouds came to me already white. The arrows were wood, like this here. I wanted to make them like a white wood stain, so I've used this Tim Holtz Distress stain. The colour is called Picket Fence. I really like using those. You give them a bit of a shake, and they've got a well used, as you can see, mine's well used, sponge applicator in the top, and you then just press down and the colour then is applied to the wood. Sometimes you need to give them a couple of coats, but they dry really, really quickly. I don't even use my heat gun on those. They dry that fast, and then just add a little bit of PVA glue on the back and stick them in place. I also use a little bit of this ice Stickles. I really like these. This one is blueberry ice, and I've just added a little bit of sparkle around some of the edges. Sorry, that's my phone. 2 seconds. Sorry about that. It's all happening today. Washing machines and telephones. I turned off my mobile phone, but I didn't think to switch off the landline. So there you go. So as I was saying, I've done the wood and I've done the sparkle. So I've added some of the Stickles around the outside. It's Disney. It needs sparkle and glitter. It's magic, isn't it, after all? So I've added a little bit just around the outsides. I really like the Stickles. They've got a really good applicator. It's like a little nozzle, comes out really fast and good, so you can actually aim it around the outside. I really like that. It does take a while to dry, so be patient. Make sure it's one of the last things that you apply if you are using it. I've then finished off my layout with some more of the stickers. Got some great strips on these, as you can see. I've used them, and some of the words as well, and they've finished it off nicely. So I think that's it. That's my layout. Stickers, paper strips, pastels, masks, and a little bit of glitter glue. And it's a fun layout. It was easy to make, and I really enjoyed it. So I hope you've enjoyed this too. If you have any questions, please do ask. And like I said, I will link up at the bottom any bits and pieces that I've used. Thank you. Bye.